off I-71 at Stewart Road.
The Independent Electrical Contractors of Greater Cincinnati is looking for journeyman electricians, field workers, and apprentices to work with one of their 70 contractor members in the Cincinnati area. Call 513-542-0400 or online at iec-cincy.com.
From a running toilet or a broken water line to 350-unit apartment projects, Midwestern Plumbing is ready to take the ball in the ninth inning and close the deal on anything plumbing. Big or small, Midwestern Plumbing Service, 513-753-0050.
Experience the value of expert auto body repair at Airport Paint and Body. With 6 convenient locations in the tri-state area, we restore your vehicle to its pre-accident condition. We accept all insurance companies and offer a limited lifetime warranty. Airport Paint and Body. Quality of yesterday, knowledge of today.
And a fly ball hammered into left. Cross going back. Turns around. Gone over the seats. Home run, Key Brian Hayes. Home run of the rehab assignment. And he's given the Bats a 1-0. 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball deep into left. Cross going back. Turns around. Gone! A walk-off grand slam for Michael Chavis. 4 in the ninth, and the Bats walk off with a 12-8 win. 16th home run of the year for Chavis. His second grand slam, and this one walks it off. Mobbed at home plate. Chavis sends him home happy on nothing night. 12-8 Bats, the final score. What a finish here tonight.
Hamilton County's 4-H Fair at Stricker's Grove is going on now through Saturday. Fun for all ages. Rides open daily. Bud Herbert Motors is offering free tickets while supplies last at both of their locations in Cincinnati and Harrison. Bud Herbert Motors, your John Deere dealer in Greater Cincinnati.
Dave Lapham here with exciting news. The legendary Houston Inn is back in the saddle. It's been around since 1953 and has now reopened, and it looks amazing. Great menu, cocktails and wine selections, and a beautiful rustic atmosphere. You have to come see it. Houston Inn in Mason. We'll see you there.
Lear Lear's Prime Market in Milford is your summer grilling headquarters. The best cuts of meats, full-service butchers, fresh gourmet sausages and burgers, award-winning wine and craft beer selection, state liquor store. Lear's Prime Market, always a cut above. Lear'sPrime.com.
Take care from my friends at Vonderhaar Fireplace, Masonry, and Roofing. Vonderhaar has been walking on Cincinnati roofs for over 35 years. Call Vonderhaar today at 242-1110 for your fireplace, masonry, and roofing needs, or online at Vonderhaar.com. Their service is over the top. Vonderhaar.com.
In the heart of downtown, Richter & Phillips Jewelers offers an experience unlike any other. With a team of dedicated, friendly specialists, a sparkling showroom stacked with Cincinnati's largest bridal selection, and free parking right across the street, this is your engagement ring destination. Richter & Phillips Jewelers since 1896.
The Reds are on the radio.
This pregame news is brought to you by Furniture Fair, home of the guaranteed low price. Starfire Premium Lubricants
will continue through.
This is the Cincinnati Reds pregame show. Reds baseball is brought to you in part by JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. JTM. Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Dean Dorton, one of the largest certified public accounting, business advisory, and technology firms. Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie deals. For a pretty Biggie deal, it's gotta be Wendy's. The pregame show is also brought to you by
on the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
Hey, very delightful good evening to you, and welcome once again out to Great American Ballpark in downtown Cincinnati. The Reds scored 11 last night. We'll see what they've got in store for an encore tonight as they go for the series victory over the Philadelphia Phillies. Brady Singer takes the mound for the Reds. It's Jesus Luzardo taking the hill for Philadelphia. First pitch comes your way shortly, but right now, here's Yid with tonight's pregame show. Yid.
Thank you, Tommy. Just ahead on the show tonight.
You know, the sweeper I've seen a lot of swings and misses on it, and it's just a strength that I've had, and I'm going to continue to use it.
Julian Garcia talks about the pitch that helped him get to the big leagues, and you'll hear from the first ever Major League Baseball player drafted. This is the Cincinnati Reds pregame show. The Reds and Phillies wrap up their 3-game series tonight here at Great American Ballpark, and you're listening to the Cincinnati Reds pregame show. I'm Dave Armbruster. Julian Garcia made his Major League debut on June 23rd at the age of 31. He has appeared in 6 games so far. He's 0-1 with a 1.93 ERA. And Tommy Thrall had a chance to talk with the Colorado native.
You rely pretty heavily on your breaking stuff. When did that kind of become your game? Is that something you've always done, or in the past have you been able to rely a little bit more on a fastball?
In the past, yeah, that wasn't always my thing. In college, I had a fastball and the big 12-6 curveball, and then the sweeper kind of became a thing in 21, and I really worked on it on that year that I was out of baseball in 23, and then 24 and 25 in Kansas City with the Monarchs. I really kind of just mastered it and just threw it in advantage counts as well as behind-end counts, and it's just a pitch I can come back to that I have comfortable feeling for, and I still have a good fastball, I still have a good cutter. Like I said, I had the 12-6 breaking ball. I've always been able to spin the baseball, but the sweeper, just I've seen a lot of swings and misses on it, and it's just a strength that I've had, and I'm gonna continue to use it in different counts, but being smart as well as not being too predictable and using that fastball in counts that I need to.
Have you kind of had to learn how to use it maybe a little bit differently up here than maybe what you've had success with at the lower levels?
For sure. Like last night was a great example where it's like I faced a guy like Bohm who's seen a lot of pitching, and good stuff from a lot of people in this league. And, I threw a couple uncompetitive sliders, and I think that was, I saw the takes that he had with them, and, it's going to be a learning process of, okay, I need to get this down in the zone, not be too perfect with it, but, I can't leave it hanging where it's going to lead to cashing in runs or hiring my ERA or whatever it is, so it's just a learning process where to use it, like I said, not get too predictable with it, and, obviously not be too perfect with it.
We are counting down the first pitch between the Reds and Phillies, and this is the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Baseball is a hometown tradition, and so is Topics Distributing. For generations, we've supplied the Cincinnati tri-state area's convenience, liquor, and corner stores with the products fans count on. From peanuts and popcorn to the latest trends, like even a refreshing non-alcoholic cocktail, Topics delivers what's now and what's next. We're proud to be the hometown team behind your local store. Big enough to deliver and local enough to care. Learn more at Topics.com.
Hey, Reds fans, looking for a delicious snack during your next trip to the ballpark? During this homestand, you can get a Sunbelt Bakery chewy chocolate chip granola bar as part of the Kroger meal deal. Made with whole grains in over 10 different flavor varieties, Sunbelt Bakery has a tasty granola bar for everyone in the family. Grab yourself a Sunbelt Bakery granola bar at Kroger locations throughout Reds country today. They're the tastiest flavors under the sun.
Play ball!
It's Thursday Night Baseball here in downtown Cincinnati as the Reds take on the Phillies, and you're listening to the Cincinnati Reds pregame show. I'm Dave Armbruster. Time for the voice of the fan. Here's Nick Kirby.
It really has been a lot of fun to watch Sal Stewart this season. Stewart obviously got off to the incredible start to the year, but like most rookies do, he cooled off, partially due to the classic league adjusting to him. Well, he certainly is no longer cooled off. Sal has homered 4 times in his last 8 games and already has 19 homers before the All-Star break. The one thing that I'm really curious about with Stewart is just how high of a ceiling does he have power-wise. If you followed Stewart at all throughout his minor league career, he didn't hit for a ton of power until recently. In fact, prior to 2025, he had never hit more than 12 homers in a season and never slugged higher than 460. But if you look at his last 140 games overall, between the majors and minors, he has 33 homers. I don't think it's completely out of the question to think that Stewart could hit 40 or maybe even 50 home runs one season. My name is Nick Kirby, and I host the daily Chatterbox Reds podcast. Go Reds.
The Reds welcome Brady Singer back to the mound tonight. The right-hander is 3-8 with a 5.03 ERA. This will be his 3rd career start against Philadelphia. He's 1-1 against them with an ERA of 4.09. And this welcome back report is brought to you by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries and an official sponsor of the Cincinnati Reds. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. This is the Reds Radio Network. The Cincinnati Reds pregame show rolls on now as we get you ready for the Reds and Phillies. I'm Dave Armbruster. Well, the annual Major League first-year player draft gets underway this Saturday in Philadelphia. The first ever draft took place back in 1965. The Reds picked Johnny Bench in the 2nd round of that draft. The very first player taken, that was Rick Monday by the Kansas City Royals out of Arizona State.
Nobody knew what was going to happen because when the first draft came on at Arizona State, we were actually in uniform playing at Rosenblatt Stadium in the College World Series. We were seated down the right field line waiting for a game to be completed on the field, and then we were going to play our game. Well, eventually we won the World Championship, or the College World Championship, against Ohio State a few days later. But here comes members of the media. You know, this was ticker tape at the time. There was not social media. It was not cell phones. And the guys are coming down, and Bobby Winkles was our coach. And he goes, "Hey, guys," and they're yelling out, "Hey, Rick, you were the number 1 pick in the draft." But nobody understood what was going to happen. What if I didn't sign? Because I came close to signing 2 years prior to that. 8 different teams were talking to me out of high school here in Southern California. One of them was the Dodgers. And the scout that was trying to sign me and had my mom and I to dinner one night was Tommy Lasorda, who at the time was a scout. Well, he put a contract in front of my mom's name. I'm 17. I'm just out of high school. And my mom had pen in hand, ready to sign the contract. She put it down and said, "No, he needs to go to college." And Tommy took the contract back, not just once, but he did it 3 different times and put bigger numbers in. My mom, a single parent, would have had to work years to reach these numbers. And she finally put the pen down and said, nope, Rick needs to go to college and have at least the foundation for an education in case he gets hurt or can't make it to the big league level. Tommy Lasorda then later on, who I played for with the Dodgers, he says, you know, your mom did the best negotiating tactic I've ever seen. I said, my mom was not negotiating. My mom was protecting.
Stick around. Tommy sits down with Reds manager Terry Francona next. This is the Reds Radio Network.
It's time now for the manager's comments. Brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. Life insurance, retirement, and investments. This is the Reds Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Reds pregame show. Time for a daily chat with Reds manager Terry Francona. Tito, for the most part, you got to relax a little bit and enjoy a win. It was probably a little anxious watching Chase Burns grind through his 5 innings. What'd you make of him last night?
You know, he had 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, which is unlike Chase. And you could see from the very beginning, like he heaved some fastballs way up and out of the strike zone. You know, was he overamped or was he flying open? Maybe a little bit of both. But, man, when he was in that 5th inning, you know, we had a lead. But, man, he gets over 100. I was very stressed. I admit it. I mean, there's probably something to be stressed about every game. But, I mean, we had somebody up in the pen, and you're just trying to figure out how much wiggle room. Because I thought he could get out of it, but also have an obligation to kind of keep an eye on this kid. That's a hard thing to do in the middle of a game.
You opened up this game with some big offense, the back-to-back home runs capping a big inning, obviously. But what stood out offensively in that game, maybe above the home runs, was the opposite field hitting. Is that by design? Is it just by chance? Is that just a product of a really good executed approach?
I'd say the last one, and you've heard me a million times, when guys square up balls the opposite way, you're doing a lot of things right. And then it's not a surprise when you pull a ball later because you're laying off the ball in because you're balanced and your bat head's coming through. All the things you can't hit a ball the other way hard without being balanced and being on time, and it's just a really good way to hit.
I've talked to guys where they'll say one swing can kind of lock them in. Is it possible for a night like that, not just because you scored a bunch of runs, but because of, like we were talking about, the approach and it worked, can that kind of maybe lock some guys in? Is that the hope moving forward?
Yeah, you know, I remember when it warmed up, and it is now, it's summertime, and you felt good at the plate, it carried over, or it had a chance to carry over. You know, early in the year, you get a hit or whatever, and then you come back and you have to put your bat on the heater and get the pine tar. Good hitters, once they find it, they usually keep it for a while. Now, the game's changing, and pitchers now, they throw so hard that it is different from night to night. but I still think once you feel good, it usually lasts.
We continue our pregame conversation with Reds manager Terry Francona in a moment on the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
It's the annual Reds Community Fund Telethon, presented by PNC. Support the youth baseball and softball programs of the Reds Community Fund by purchasing an all-star bundle or MVP package full of Reds swag, including exclusive memorabilia and clothing like a Reds branded hockey jersey, Joe Morgan bobblehead, vintage Reds hat, and more. To purchase either of these packages or make a donation to the Reds Community Fund, please visit reds.com/telethon.
Mulch season is here. Mulch America has you covered with triple processed color-enhanced mulch offered in black, brown, and red. We also have large amounts of natural mulch available. Check out all of our products at mulchamerica.com. That's mulchamerica.com.
It's time for baseball, and Belterra Casino Resort is just as excited as you are. Celebrate a Cincinnati win with non-stop gaming action, our sportsbook, fabulous restaurants, and a Tom Fazio-designed golf course at Belterra Casino Resort. The game doesn't get much better away from the ballpark. Belterra Casino Resort, Southern Indiana has everything you need for a perfect game. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-994-8448.
Hi, this is Chris from Rolling Homes. Built in Cincinnati, built on trust. If you want to skip the hassle of selling your home, we can help. Just a straightforward cash offer and a closing timeline that fits your needs. Call 513-513-CASH. Rolling Homes. Call us today and see how easy selling your home
was at third base, hitting fifth. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Gabriel Rincones Jr., the right fielder, hits seventh. JT Realmuto will catch and hit eighth. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Jesus Luzardo starts on the mound for the Phillies. Again, Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, Bohm, Stott, Rincones, Realmuto, and Crawford. Luzardo pitching. Now for Terry Francona's Reds, 42 and 49 on the season, 8 back of a wild card spot. The Reds lead off with the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Hitting second at third base, Sal Stewart. Batting third and in left field, J.J. Bleday. Spencer Steer plays first base and bats fourth. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Tyler Stevenson will catch and bat sixth. Hitting seventh, the right fielder, Noelvi Marte. Edwin Arroyo plays second base and hits eighth. And batting ninth, the center fielder, T.J. Friedland. On the mound for the Reds, Brady Singer. Once more for the Reds, it's De La Cruz, Stewart, Bleday, Steer, Suarez, Stevenson, Marte, Arroyo, and Friedel with Singer pitching. Here's your umpires tonight. At home plate, Mike Estabrook, Lance Barrett's at first, Malachi Moore's at second, and Alfonso Marquez, the crew chiefs, at third. Pleased as always to be joined by the Cowboy Jeff Brantley. I'm Tommy Thrall. It is great to be with you tonight here at Great American Ballpark. And Cowboy, you look at this ball game against the Phillies tonight, and this is a Reds team that put up some big offense in the ball game last night. Now, can they do it in back of Brady Singer against Jesus Luzardo tonight?
Well, you have to hope that they can, and maybe ride a little bit of an offensive high into a ball game where you're facing much better pitching. You kind of face the back end of that, really the short end of the Philly bullpen last night, and you put them to some abuse, and you got to do that again against Luzardo. He's a good pitcher, throws the ball well, threw awfully well against the Reds earlier this year. And a lot of this is going to lie on the feet of Brady Singer. He's got to be able to keep this offense of the Phillies under control, and they're running out their best offense here tonight against Singer, and he's got to figure out a way to keep the ball on the ground and keep the ball in the ballpark.
If he is at his best like he has been more recently, you got to feel like he's got a chance to do that.
Yeah, especially here, Tommy. He's pitched awfully good here at Great American Ballpark. Let's hope he can do it again.
It's the Reds and Phillies. Hope you enjoy. Let's play. First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Digging in to get things started is Trey Turner. First pitch to Turner is taken low on the outside corner for ball one. 1-0 on Trey Turner. Turner hitting .241, 10 home runs, and 32 driven in. First pitch to Turner, or the 1-0 pitch to Turner is the first strike of the at-bat on the outside corner at the knees. The count is even 1-1 on the right-handed hitting Trey Turner. Singer back into his windup in the 1-1. Turner takes a breaking ball in the dirt outside, and now it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Turner. Turner wasn't in there in the ball game for the Phillies last night. Back in there again tonight. Singer's 2-1 pitch. And he swings, hits it right back up the middle past Singer, fielded by Arroyo behind the bag, and he throws in time to get Turner at first. That almost took out the ankles of Brady Singer, but as always, a calm customer just scooted out of the way, let Arroyo take it, and there's one down.
Well, you're hoping, if you're Brady Singer, that you can keep the ball on the ground and give your defense a chance to make some plays, regardless of how hard the ball is hit.
Now Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber just 1 for 4 last night, but he has homered in each of the first 2 games of this series, and he takes a first pitch strike. Last night passed Mike Schmidt for the most home runs in Phillies franchise history before the break. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down and in, and the count is 0-2 on
Stay
Schwarber.
right down there. You get that ball up around the waist of Schwarber, look out.
Singer's got him behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes, and here he comes with the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Well, I was asking myself, because I didn't get a chance to ask you, will he chase that pitch on consecutive pitches? He did.
Well, when you get a strike with a fastball early in that same spot, it makes the hitter chase that breaking ball that starts in the same spot, and that spot is down and in to Schwarber.
So kind of start it in a spot that he likes.
And break it off the plate.
Boom. 2 down, and now Bryce Harper. Harper 0 for 3 last night. Singer into his windup, and the pitch to Harper, and he swings and fouls this the other way. It's out of play, and the count is 0-1 on Bryce Harper. Harper hitting .264, 20 home runs, 57 driven in. Singer's back into his windup now with the 0-1 pitch. And a wave and a miss, and a good slider from Singer. Singer did not pitch against the Phillies when the Reds were in Philadelphia. He did face them, though, last year and threw the ball quite well against the Phillies. Here's the 0-2, and it's swung on and fouled back to the left by Harper. Still no balls and 2 strikes on Bryce Harper. Harper, an all-star for the 9th time in his Hall of Fame-bound career. Deservedly so. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Harper again swings and fouls it back. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Be careful up there.
Yeah.
just saying.
He was trying to get it probably up and away from the plate, and was maybe a little closer to the zone than Singer wanted.
In this ballpark, that's a pitch that Harper can just slap out the other way.
But a wave and a miss and a slider down and in, and he strikes him out.
Down there is good.
2 strikeouts for Brady Singer in a scoreless 1-2-3 first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Phillies 0, Reds coming up on the Reds Radio Network.
Being a parent comes with a lot of questions. That's why Cincinnati Children's Primary Care is here to make things easier. We've got neighborhood locations across the tri-state with many open evenings and weekends. And we accept most insurance plans. Our pediatricians take the time to listen and explain, supporting your child from newborn days through the teen years, including mental and behavioral health. And if something comes up after hours, our nurse helpline is there 24/7. Cincinnati Children's Primary Care, partners you can count on.
Save big money on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Update your window treatments with window images, blinds, and shades. We carry everything you need, including vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, get them trimmed to width in-store for free. Save big on window images, blinds, and shades. Check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
With 60 nonstop destinations, CVG will get you from the dugout to your destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVGAirport.com for more information. CVG Airport, connecting you to home runs.
Ellie De La Cruz leads things off against Jesus Luzardo. First pitch on the way to De La Cruz. Swing, and the bat goes whirling into the net high above the Phillies dugout. Ellie fouled the pitch back barely, but pretty good execution on the bat toss. High into the net. I mean, if that net wasn't there, that might have gone into the second deck.
Yeah, that was headed for Mr. Castellini's box over there. I mean, that was a torpedo.
Quite a toss. Helicoptering into the net. 0-1 the count on De La Cruz. Luzardo back at the plate now with the 0-1. And the pitch is on the outside corner. Good breaking ball for a called strike. Luzardo has thrown the ball well for the Phillies, especially on the road. He's making his 19th start overall. 7-4 with a 3.75 ERA and a wave and a miss and a good breaking ball to De La Cruz. And Ellie's down on strikes. But you look at his home road splits, and
pretty big.
It's crazy because on the road he's virtually unhittable. 5-0 with an ERA around 1.5. It's kind of one of those things that's tough to explain, really.
Yeah, and at home it's 6+. But he does give up a lot of fly balls.
Sal Stewart swings the first pitch. He hits a fly ball to center, but Crawford is back on it, under it, waiting on it. He's got it, and there's quickly 2 gone in the first.
Gives up a lot of fly balls like that. And in Philadelphia and many times here at Great American Ballpark, you give up too many fly balls, those can result in home runs.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, will he have the success on the road here that he has had elsewhere away from Citizens Bank Park because of that fact? Here's J.J. Bleday. Nobody on, 2 men are out. Luzardo kicks and delivers, and Bleday swings, and he drives it high in the air, but playable and right. Rincones is over to make the catch, and the Reds are quickly down 1-2-3 in the first. Reds and Phillies, 0-0 at the end of 1 on the Reds Radio Network. Welcome back out to Great American Ballpark. The Reds and Phillies, 0-0. Back to work, Brady Singer. He's home with the first pitch to Brandon Marsh, and it's a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. The count is 0-1. So Marsh leading things off here for the Phillies. Marsh is just 4 for his last 30 over an 8-game stretch. An all-star this year, but his average has dropped 17 points in his last 8. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Marsh. Tonight's Timstar game time temperature is 86 degrees. Get complete home comfort with a Timstar heating and cooling system. Find your local Timstar dealer at timstar.com. Swung on, and that's fouled away. Big night tonight. It is the Reds telethon. Clearly, you are listening to us on your radio as opposed to maybe watching the game on TV. The 1-2 pitch is down and in. Maybe you're doing both. The count is 2-2, but if you'd still like to be a part of the telethon, you can go to reds.com/telethon, or you can call 513-765-7700. Here's the 2-2, and the pitch is down and in. Now, is that Jim Day's personal phone that you can call right there and make a contribution to the Reds Community Fund?
I think you can talk to him on that number.
Yeah, go ahead. Give him a call. Call him up. A lot of packages available. He'll tell you all about them when you call him. 3-2 pitch. Grounded right to first. Handled by the first baseman Steer. He waves off Singer, and he'll take it himself. Marsh is retired 3 unassisted.
Stay right down there.
So far, he's making a pretty good living down there. First 4 hitters. He's retired 2 with ground balls, 2 with strikeouts. Now Alec Boehm will be the batter. Let's look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. 1976, allegedly. 1976 Reds trivia is the topic this series. Breaking ball down and away. The count is 1-0 on Alec Boehm. The Phillies won the season series against the Reds with 7 victories in 12 games in 1976. How many other NL teams posted winning records against the Reds in 76? Swung on, and this is popped up foul. First base side out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Boehm. Was it A, 2, B, 1, C, none? I got to believe it's C, none. Now the 1-1. And it's a strike called right over the outside corner of the fastball. And the count's a ball and 2 strikes.
How many teams other than the Phillies?
Yes, yeah. How many other National League teams posted winning records against the Reds in 1976? The 1-2. Off the outside edge with a fastball. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Boehm. Well, the Phillies may have got them during the regular season, but the Reds swept past him in the playoffs. Swinging a fly ball to right. Backing up is Marte to make the catch.
Tell you, it's a tough pitch to go down and drive that's around the bottom of your kneecaps and has a little bit of sink to it. And that's where Brady Singer's living right now. And if he can continue to stay down there, he's going to have some relative success against these Phillies.
23 pitches, 16 of them for strikes so far. He has 2 outs here in the second. Very quickly now, Bryson Stott. First pitch on the way to Stott. A wave and a miss. So the first pitch slider, strike 1. He might have very slightly tipped it foul. 0-1 on Bryson Stott. 2, 1, or none are your options. A,
I'm
B, and C.
going to say, I think I'm going to say A.
A, 2. Okay,
2 others.
Low.
I mean, you can be the greatest team on earth, and of course the Reds were in that year, but
I think somebody's going to get
yeah,
it.
you got to have a bad streak now and then.
1-1, rip to right field. That's going to skip to the wall. Marte doesn't have a chance to cut that off, but plays it quickly off the fence. Strong throw back in, but offline to De La Cruz, and Stott slides in easily at second with a 2-out double.
That actually kicked off the wall and came right back to the bare hand. That was a high cutter, and it got hammered.
First base runner of the night for the Phillies. It's a 2-out double, and now Gabriel Rincones will come to the plate. He had a double last night, scored to get the Phillies offense going in that game. He was 1 for 5, though. Debuted earlier this year, back on June the 12th. Still fresh in the big leagues. Here's the pitch to him, and Rincones takes a look at the strike, but wants to challenge.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
Sounded like a pretty good pitch.
I thought so. Right around the knees. I guess he thought it was low. It split the plate.
Well, when you stay down there, it's tough to decipher whether that's a strike or not.
The pitch is a strike.
Bad challenge by Rincones. It was almost a full ball above the bottom of the zone.
I wouldn't go back up with that cutter again for a while. I'd stay right down there.
Singer is 0-1. And he runs a sinker off the outside corner to the left-handed hitting Rincones.
Yeah, that sinker right now has got a little dart to it right there at the end, and the breaking ball is pretty sharp down there.
1 ball, 1 strike. And Singer brings it in. The pitch tried a backdoor breaking ball, but just missed with it, and the count's 2-1. A little bit low. So 2-1 on Rincones. We talk about staying down. Do you have to at least show something up at some point, but maybe go above the zone? Or do you not even have to do that? The 2-1's up and away, and it's 3-1.
I think you let the hitters tell you that. I mean, you see what happened when he went up with 1 pitch. It got smoked. The pitches that are down, they're having a tough time deciphering right now.
3 balls, 1 strike on Rincones. And Singer delivers the pitch. A good breaking ball there, and an ugly swing. Rincones falling to a knee, taking such a huge cut. He was way out in front of that slider. And really not a great pitch either, because it was about thigh high over the inner half of the plate. Probably not really where Singer wanted it. Now his payoff pitch on the way. After a long stare down at second, breaking ball pounded into the ground. High bouncer to Steer. He'll wave off Singer and take it himself. 3 unassisted, side retired.
He does not hit the breaking ball well at all.
That'll do it for the Phillies here in the second. A double and a man left, and we go to the bottom of the second. No score, Reds and Phillies on the Reds Radio Network.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroof using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Spencer Steer leads off the Reds' second inning here at Great American Ballpark. First pitch to him is a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1 on Steer. Steer hitting .242 with 14 home runs and 36 driven in. He had a couple of hits last night. Here's the 0-1. Steer takes a strike on the inside corner of the knees. Now, one of those was an infield hit. The other was a double off the right field wall. Steer will use his timeout and back out of the box. Now in it comes. Steer watches a pitch miss a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Steer. Scoreless in the bottom of the second inning on a beautiful night. A few clouds around, but hopefully the threat of rain will Eludis, the 1-2 pitch is up and away, a breaking ball. Now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. After the Phillies leave town tonight, they will head to Detroit and wrap up this long road trip before the All-Star break. High chopper toward third, charging Bohm, gloves it on the short hop, swiping at it, throws in time to Harper for the out on Steer. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Eugenio Suarez will bat now with nobody on and 1 man out. Suarez hitting just .204, 9 homers though, 32 driven in, a big swing and a miss. He was tardy on the explosive fastball over the outside corner. It's 0-1 on Suarez. Suarez having a tough series. Right-handed hitter. The left-hander Luzardo into his windup, and he brings it home, and Suarez pounds it into the ground foul, third base side. Suarez has struck out 6 times in the first 2 games, 8 at bats. He does have a home run. The 0-2 pitch, and Suarez takes just off the outside corner. Right-hander wands the bat over the plate, waiting on the lefty. And here comes Luzardo with a 1-2. Wave and a miss and a breaking ball down and in, and Suarez strikes out. 2 down here in the second. Brings up Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson might be the hottest hitter right now for the Reds. Has hits in 6 of his last 7. He's 10 for 25, a 400 mark over that stretch. And on the first pitch, he laces one past the second baseman, Bryson Stott, and on into right center field for a hit. So now he has hits in 7 of his last 8.
Well, the Reds have tried to attack that first pitch fastball from Luzardo for the first 5 batters, and they were having some difficulty getting to it. But Stevenson all over it.
Don't you know it feels good for Tyler Stevenson to be swinging the bat the way he has been, and it's now really over a 2-week stretch that he has just been on fire. The pitch is a breaking ball down and in to Noelvi Marte.
Well, he's gone back to his strength, which he had in his younger days, and that was hitting the ball to right center field.
The 1-0 pitch, and Marte a wave and a miss at a fastball. The count is even 1 ball, 1 strike.
How many times did we see Stevenson in the first couple of years in the big leagues rattling that 370 sign out there in right center? It seemed like every time he came to the plate.
And he was a pretty good hitter when he was doing that, if I remember right. The pitch to Marte is lifted in the air to right, but right at Rincones. He's waiting on it. Makes the catch, side retired, and that'll do it for the Reds here in the second. We've played 2 and we're scoreless at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Top of the third inning. Brady Singer back to work. We are scoreless, Reds and Phillies, here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Phillies took game 1 behind Zach Wheeler 4-1. The Reds winning last night's ball game behind Chase Burns 11-5, and you could say that was behind some serious offense. The Reds hit 5 home runs in last night's ball game. 4 in 1 inning. No home runs for either side so far here tonight. Nobody's even dented the plate. Stevenson with a lone Reds hit. Bryson Stott with the lone Phillies hit as JT Realmuto steps to the plate. He'll take a fastball, strike 1 over the outside corner. When you see all the hitters questioning these pitches at the bottom of the zone, that's because nobody pitches down there. They're used to seeing the ball at the belt. No ball, 1 strike count, and so far, except for one batter, that was the double off the bat of Stott, Singer has been at the bottom of the zone. He'll bounce this one up there, breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Realmuto, Justin Crawford, 8-9, and then we go back to the top of the order and Trey Turner. Pitch to Realmuto, ground ball, left side. Ellie has it. He will throw to first in time, and there's 1 down.
We talked about that play with Ellie a little bit during last night's game. He's getting better at it since coming back from the hamstring.
Ranging to his left, back towards second base. And the throw right on the money.
His throws have been pristine this year.
He's not trying to throw it 1,000 miles an hour. He's just making the throw to first base. Sometimes less is more. First pitch here to Justin Crawford. It's a challenge by Stevenson.
And make no mistake about it, with Ellie, less is still plenty.
Oh, yeah. And that pitch is a strike. Right at the top of the outside corner. And Singer is ahead 0-1 here to the left-handed hitting Crawford. And that pitch will catch the outside corner, down and away. And Brady Singer quickly ahead of Crawford at a no ball, 2 strike count. Crawford is the center fielder for the Phillies.
That challenge tied Stevenson for the most in Major League Baseball correct challenges behind the dish.
I can't imagine anybody would be even close to him as many times as we've seen it.
No
that
question.
Pitch misses away. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Singer rocks, he'll turn it loose. Fastball in off the plate. Two-seamer tried to bring it back to the inside corner. Either that or he pulled it well off. Either way, it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Crawford readies the pitch. Fly ball into left field. Should be handled by Blade. It is. And there's 2 down.
Going back to Stevenson's challenges, the thing that I think maybe is the most impressive is, you know, when you have that kind of success, you could see a guy getting overconfident and maybe challenging a little bit too much and maybe losing some. He's not.
He's just right on it. And the crazy part about it is when he misses, it is by a hair. Trey Turner, first pitch swinging, shallow right center, long run for Friedel, and he's under it, and he's got it. And a 3-up, 3-down third for Brady Singer. He is pounding the bottom of the strike zone tonight. Scoreless baseball, bottom of 3. Coming up, Reds Phillies on the Reds Radio Network.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Life can throw a lot at us, but through all the ups and downs, your financial future will be ever gentle on your mind with Western and Southern. From life insurance to investments, our one-on-one guidance is customized for your needs today and in the future. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Tommy Throa, voice of the Reds here. If your current defense can't handle a lineup of pests, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. Rose Pest Solutions can mow down pests of all kinds year-round with the Rose Home Service Program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. The Rose Home Service Program is the ideal way to stay ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problem? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Graders fans, get your fireworks ready for America's 250th birthday with Cherry Firecracker, a blast of cherry vanilla ice cream with red and blue popping candy. In scoop shops and at Graders.com for a limited time. Taste.
So to lead things off for the Reds, he will hit from the right side here against the lefty Luzardo. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. Arroyo is always aggressive, and through the first 7 batters of the ball game, Luzardo has been pumping that heater in there for strike one, and here to Arroyo, he throws him a changeup, and Edwin a bit out in front. No ball, 1 strike count. Luzardo from the belt, he'll turn it loose, and he misses inside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Reds trying to get on the board first here tonight. And this one popped up down the right field line. It'll be in the seats and well out of play. It was 8-9-1 for the Phillies in the top of the inning. It is 8-9-1 for the Reds here in the bottom, and that is strike 3. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball inside. Arroyo will be the first out for the Reds here in the third, and that will bring T.J. Friedl to the plate.
Luzardo had some choice words for somebody in the Reds dugout when he was leaving the mound after the last inning. I'm not entirely sure who they were directed at.
Pitch to Friedl is a fastball, misses off the inside corner. 1 ball, no strike count.
That might be something worth keeping an eye on.
He turns it loose, swing and a miss. Fastball away this time, and Friedl over the top of it. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The pitch may have gotten home plate umpire Mike Estabrook on the carom off the bat of Friedl. The 1-1 pitch from Luzardo. Another fastball, and that's strike 2 right over the outside corner. Friedl will take that. And now that he's down a ball and 2 strikes, Alec Bohm, the Phillies' third baseman, will back up towards the outfield grass. He was playing in early in the count, trying to guard against the bunt. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts of the 8 and 9 batter. And for the Reds, that's 2 down, and that will bring to the plate Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie struck out on a breaking ball his first time around. Luzardo to the plate. He's going to miss inside here. A breaking ball caroms off the glove of JT Realmuto. 1 ball, no strike count. For the most part, Luzardo has stayed pretty true to his norm. It's either been a strikeout or a flyout. He's gotten 1 ground ball so far tonight, and that was off the bat of Spencer Steer. The pitch, and that is a bit inside. A fastball, tried to run it up under the hands of De La Cruz, and Ellie holds up just in time. 2 ball, no strike count. Luzardo to the plate, and that's a strike. A changeup, and Ellie looked like he was taken all the way. Two 2-0 now to the Red shortstop. Luzardo with a long look in. Now the windup, the quick pitch, and that is strike 2. And that is a quick pitch that he got Ellie on strike 3 in Philadelphia. And the exact same thing happens here. Ellie is just caught standing there. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Backdoor breaking ball, misses a tad low, and the count will run full.
And I wondered if it was Ellie he was talking to as he was coming off the field last inning.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out again on a breaking ball down and in. And that'll do it for De La Cruz and for the Reds as Luzardo strikes out the side. That's what you call it when you strike out all three batters. We are scoreless as we head to the fourth. Tommy Thrall's coming back on the Reds Radio Network.
Phillies come to bat here in the fourth inning. No score. Reds and Phils. Brady Singer is back to work, and his first pitch to Kyle Schwarber is taken low for ball one. And we are delighted beyond words to welcome in Charlie Frank, the executive director of the Reds Community Fund, and it is, I mean, this is your World Series tonight. The pitch swinging and a miss, and the count is even. 1-1 It's the Reds telethon.
It is. Tommy, Jeff, thank you guys for having me. Yeah, it's a big night. Huge fundraiser for the community fund. Also a really important opportunity for us to tell our story.
1-1 in the dirt inside. It's a 2-1 count on Kyle Schwarber. Let's get to the things that are available through the telethon. You've got a lot of items available. The hockey sweater style hoodie. It's a Reds hoodie, but in the style of a hockey sweater, is really sharp. Here's the 2-1, swinging a bouncer into the Reds dugout. It's a 2-2 count, among several other things, but that's kind of one of the newer things you guys have going on. What else you guys got? How do people get these things?
Well, the easiest way to do it is visit reds.com/telethon. You mentioned our first bundle.
Strike three called. Got him in the fastball. Down on strike. Schwarber, 1 out.
It is our all-star bundle. It includes that really cool, that Reds-themed hockey hoodie. Also includes a Joe Morgan bobblehead that has an adjustable left arm, that little chicken wing flap there, Jeff. It is the 50th anniversary of Joe's second MVP award, the back-to-back awards that he won in 75, 76. So we're honoring Joe and the legacy that he left at our youth academy, and we wouldn't have this incredible facility were it not Joe's vision.
A lot of kids tried that when they were younger, Charlie. They thought if I did that, maybe I could hit like Joe.
Were you one of those?
I was one of those. It didn't work.
1-1 on Harper.
Worked for Joe, not for me.
I was like you, Jeff. I could imitate just about any of those big red machine batting stances, but Joe's was the easiest, and you really can't.
Ground ball to first, backhanded by Steer, gives it up to Singer, and plenty of time to get Harper 2 down.
You can't say enough about what Joe did to grow our game. What Joe did, with former Commissioner Seelig to impress upon him the importance of investing in the game here across the U.S. Joe helped us raise money. Joe really set the vision for our facilities, so he'll always carry a special place. So you got the Morgan bobblehead, you got the hoodie, you got a T-shirt that's really cool hat. It's $125, Reds.com/telethon. For 100 more, you get an autographed, authenticated, signed baseball by the likes of Ellie De La Cruz, Sal Stewart, Chase Burns, Hunter Green. So you have selections.
Do you get to choose, or is it just at random one of those?
You get to choose, but while supplies last. And I can assure you that sales have really been pretty brisk here over the first 2 days. So if you're interested, Reds.com/telethon, you may want to get on that fast.
I mean, the community fund does so much good throughout the community. You talk about the facility that you have, but just talk about all the great things that the community fund does for our community.
Well, Tommy, we're baseball and softball naturally. I think more than any other sports nonprofit in our game, we are laser focused on making the game accessible in every neighborhood.
Marsh takes ball one.
I'm sorry. That's an important job you have.
That's all right. You're good.
Building ball fields, renovating ball fields, providing uniforms. We serve kids ages 4 to 18.
1-0, and Marsh lifts one high in the air to center. TJ Friedel's back and under it, and he will put it away. All right, give the phone number again one more time and the website.
All right, so if you're calling in, Jim Day's manning that our phone bank, 513-765-7700, or you can check out Reds.com/telethon.
Charlie, thanks so much. Appreciate it, and good luck today. I know you guys are definitely raising a lot of money for a great cause.
Tommy, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all you do with us. Jeff, you too.
Thank you, Charlie.
Audience deserves to know what tremendous allies we have here in this radio booth and throughout the organization.
Sounds good. Charlie Frank, Executive Director of the Reds Community Fund. Reds and Phillies are scoreless, middle to fourth on the Reds Radio Network.
Being a parent comes with a lot of questions. That's why Cincinnati Children's Primary Care is here to make things easier. We've got neighborhood locations across the tri-state with many open evenings and weekends. And we accept most insurance plans. Our pediatricians take the time to listen and explain, supporting your child from newborn days through the teen years, including mental and behavioral health. And if something comes up after hours, our nurse helpline is there 24/7. Cincinnati Children's Primary Care, partners you can count on.
More than a museum. It's stunning exhibits that walk you through the Bible. It's a stroll through gorgeous botanical gardens. It's a marvelous tour of the heavens. And there's so much more at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky. With fascinating exhibits, a planetarium, a special effects theater, a zoo, a playground, and a butterfly house and conservatory. The Creation Museum is fun for the whole family. Go to creationmuseum.org.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
Stewart fouls back the first pitch, now swings and bounces the 0-1 up the third baseline foul. And the count is 0-2 on Sal Stewart.
Well, he had a pretty good swing at that first pitch. Just missed it, just underneath it.
You and I were talking at the end of the first. I thought Sal and J.J. Bleday both had good swings against Jesus Luzardo. They both ended up being lazy fly ball outs. Now the 0-2 pitch. And Sal bounces this one to the left side. But Bohm gets the big hop moving to his left. The third baseman fires in time to get Sal. And there's one gone in the fourth inning. Fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Jim's wearing that hoodie we were just talking to Charlie Frank about. Sharp. It's a good-looking hoodie. Pitch off the outside corner to J.J. Bleday, and the count is 1-0. Again, you can call in 513-765-7700, reds.com/telethon. Some great experiences that you can
get through donations as well. The pitch is up too high. You can get a catching lesson with Jose Trevino. They've got a hitting lesson with Chris Valleca. You've got a behind-the-scenes broadcast tour as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch to J.J. Bleday in there for a called strike. So you can go on the website, get more information, or again, you can give that phone number a call, 513-765-7700, and say you want to talk to Jim. Here's the 2-1. Bleday takes in tight. He twists out of the way. 3 balls and a strike.
That was a breaking ball that didn't quite come out the way Luzardo intended it to. He was trying to throw it for a strike, and he let go of it a tad too early.
Bleday will use his timeout. Bleday had a multi-hit ball game last night. He was 2 for 4. Home run, 2 runs scored, walk, 2 RBIs. It was a good night for J.J. Bleday. It had been a while since he had a multi-hit effort. You kind of hope that maybe that's a sign that things are starting to turn for him again. Fouled off first base side. 3-2 now on J.J. Bleday. Luzardo, home of the payoff. And Bleday takes strike 3 over the outside corner. 2 men are out in the 4th inning.
Luzardo with a bit of a drop down there, a low 3/4 breaking ball that kind of had that frisbee look to it. Started in right at the front hip of Bleday and broke right to the outside edge.
There's not a lot of pitchers that can do that, are there? First pitch to Spencer Steer in there for a called strike.
Yeah, the one that can is the closer for the Atlanta Braves, Raisel Iglesias. He was as good at that as any pitcher I've seen.
Of course, he played with Johnny Cueto, who could do that fairly well also. The 0-1 is low and inside. It almost hit Steer in the foot, and it did. He'll go down to first base on the hit by pitch. And the Reds have a 2-out base runner in the 4th as we pause for station identification on the Reds radio network. With the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer, Dave Yiddy Armbruster, studio producer Sam Niger back in our network headquarters. I'm Tommy Thaw. Great to be with you. First pitch to Eugenio Suarez, a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike from Luzardo.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
Gino thought it was outside or maybe a little high. Looked like it might have been a little up. Let's see. It was a little high.
Pitches the ball.
Right on the outside corner, but upstairs. It's kind of a floater and just hung up. Steer at first, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Eugenio Suarez. And he watches a fastball miss high now, 2-0. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points. Save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. The 2-0. Check swing strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Suarez struck out his first time up. He bats with 1 on and 2 away. Straight away in the outfield for the Phillies, and the 2-1 pitch, swinging and a miss and a breaking ball. Count evens at 2-2 now on Eugenio Suarez. The 2-2. A wave and a miss. Curveball down and down on strikes. Eugenio Suarez. 2 more strikeouts and a scoreless 4th for Jesus Luzardo. We've got dueling shutouts. 0-0 Reds and Phillies through 4 on the Reds radio network. Phillies come to bat here in the 5th inning. No score here at Great American Ballpark, and Alec Bohm will lead things off. Bohm, Stott, and Rincones against the right-hander Brady Singer. He's back into his windup and home with the first pitch, and it's a strike call on the outside corner. 0-1 on Alec Bohm. Bohm out on a fly to the right fielder his first time up. Singer likes to work quick. He is in the 0-1. Strike call to the inside corner. The count is 0-2. Last inning, after he got 2 quick outs, Tyler Stevenson went out to the mound. I assume that was just to give him a little bit of a breather after Singer went to cover first. Here's the 0-2 pitch, down and away.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty common for catchers to go out after a pitcher sprints to the first base bag. And it's not because the pitcher's out of shape. It's just a matter of trying to let that adrenaline calm down a little bit and go back to making pitches.
A wave and a miss and a slider down and away, and down on strikes Alec Bohm.
Well, the key there is down. As long as Singer has been at the bottom of the zone, he's gotten strikeouts and pop-outs. The one pitch that he's thrown up got hammered off the right field wall.
That's the lone base runner that the Phillies have against Brady Singer so far.
And it was this guy that hit it, and that's Bryson Stott.
It was a cutter at the about belt high on the inside corner. He goes back down and away with a sinker here to start him off for strike one. The left-handed hitting Stott. With that double, it was his 16th of the year. And Singer's 0-1. And Stott goes the other way, loops one into short left. Here comes Bleday to make the running catch. 2 men are out. Really, an answer to our trivia question. The question was, how many other teams besides the Phillies won a season series against the Reds in 1976? Phillies won the season series with 7 wins in 12 games. How many other National League teams posted winning records against the Reds that year? A, 2, B, 1, C, none. I said none. You said 2.
Correct.
Pitch is low, 1-0 on Rincon. How confident are you in 2?
Not in any.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
You had a little more confidence last night, and you were right. 1-0. And there's a chopper over the mound. Ellie fields it on top of second, throws to first in time, gets the out. The answer is C, none. More on that when we come back. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, we're scoreless at Great American Ballpark. Singer continues to roll on the Reds Radio Network.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep. 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The 2026 VOA Country Music Fest is coming to Westchester, Ohio, August 6th through the 9th. Celebrate 250 years of freedom with an incredible lineup featuring Brad Paisley, Rascal Flatts, Blake Shelton, Jordan Davis, plus Scotty McCreery, Lee Brice, Dustin Lynch, Leanne Rimes, Tyler Hubbard, and many more. 4-day passes and single-day passes are on sale now. Get your passes today and join the celebration at VOA Country Music Fest. VOA Country Music Fest, August 6th through 9th in Westchester. Get your tickets at voacountrymusicfest.com.
It's our 30th anniversary at Rising Star Casino in Rising Sun. Spin for up to $5,000 in free play on Fridays and roll dice for up to $10,000 on Saturdays. That's Fridays, Saturday nights at Rising Star Casino. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT.
Tyler Stevenson leads off the Reds' 5th inning. The Reds have just 1 hit tonight, just like the Phillies. That 1 hit came off of Tyler Stevenson's bat. A 2-out base hit in the 2nd, so he leads off the 5th here. The Reds did have a base runner in the 4th on the 2-strike hit by pitch of Spencer Steer. Luzardo home to Stevenson, and it's low and inside for ball 1. All right, here's tonight's scoreboard stumper. 6 major league pitchers have posted an ERA. That stands for earned run average. The 1-0 right back up the middle, and a sliding backhand stop Stott. He pops to his feet and throws in time to get Stevenson 1 down. He almost took out the feet of Luzardo with that hard hit ground ball back up the middle. Nice play, Stott. So 6 major league pitchers have posted an ERA below 3 in each of the last 2 seasons.
That's this year and last year?
2024 and 2025.
Okay.
This year's not over, so it doesn't count. While pitching 100 or more innings each year, who are these 6 big league pitchers that have accomplished this? First pitch is down low for ball 1 to Noelvi Marte. That makes it sound like you're not real confident.
I'm not.
Uh-oh. This would be right in your wheelhouse. The 1-0. And Marte takes down and in. 2-0.
How about Zach Wheeler?
Zach Wheeler is a really good place to start your guessing. 2.57 in 2024, 2.71 last year. Pretty good years. The 2-0 to Noelvi Marte, a wave and a miss and a good changeup. We haven't seen much of the changeup from Luzardo here in the early going. Breaks it out there, and it's 2-1. There's one from each team in this game. Each of the 2 teams participating in this game. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a foul by Marte.
So that would be Hunter Green.
Hunter Green, 2.75 in 2024, 2.76 last year. That's good consistency, really. 2-2 the count.
What about Tarek Skubal?
Tarek Skubal. Great guess. 2.39 in 2024. Check swing foul. Last year, 2.21 ERA. So far, 7 strikeouts for Luzardo. He's done a good job of keeping the ball on the ground for the most part. 2-2. Off the outside corner. Since the first inning, when the Reds hit a couple of fly ball outs, both of them lazy and routine, there's only been 1 in the air since.
What about somebody like Garrett Crochet?
Let me consult my list. 3-2. Up and away. That's ball 4. Garrett Crochet did not make the cut.
What about Paul Skeens?
D-right 1. Ooh. Home. 1.96 and 1.97 the last 2 years. Marte works a 1-out walk. He's aboard. And now Edwin Arroyo will stand in with 1 on and 1 out. You really can make the case this is the best opportunity for either team so far.
Because they have a runner on first.
Yeah, with less than 2 out. Pitch up and away. The base runners that we've seen in this game so far, all 3 of them until this one, have been with 2 outs. Luzardo readies, now is 1-0. And it's a bouncer to the right side. Stott far to his left, gets a high hop, sets and throws in time to get Arroyo. It didn't work out for him, but I really like the effort by Arroyo. He had a wide open hole.
That hole. He almost did.
Good range by Stott. No chance to get Marte going to second. So now he's in scoring position with 2 outs, and here's T.J. Friedl. Phillies think he may be bunting here. He tries to, pulls the bat back, and takes a ball. So Skeens your last guess? Yeah.
How many more I got?
You got to get 2 more. One of these fellas, I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about him. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Does he have a 3-letter last name?
Yeah.
Wu. Brian Wu.
How'd you know who I was thinking of? You just read my mind? That's some mentalist stuff right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle is going to be a tough play. Stott sets, doesn't throw, throws to third, and Marte gets back to the bag after rounding it. An infield hit for T.J. Friedl on a bouncer up the middle, and the Reds have him at the corners with 2 outs, and here comes Ellie.
Well, you were right, Tommy. This is the best scoring opportunity that either team has had thus far in this bowl game. But Ellie has struck out in both plate appearances so far tonight on the same pitch, the slider.
I would imagine he'll be ready for the quick pitch here, too. Brian Wu, 2.89 in 2024, 2.94 in 2025. You have one left. And he is skinny. Ellie De La
Salle.
Oh, my gosh. Swinging a bouncing ball foul, third base side.
How's that?
Pretty good. 2 points.
I told you, my wife said I'm very good with hints.
Yeah. 2 points.
They could be very obscure, but I'm going to nail it.
I thought that was a pretty obscure hint.
It was.
2.38 2024, 2.58 2025. Good work. Ellie swings, hard hit, but on the ground to the shortstop. Bouncing ball to Turner. Fields goes the short way to Stott, forcing out Friel, and the Reds' threat comes up empty in the fifth. 5 complete, and we're still scoreless at Great American Ballpark. A little different than what we had last night here on the Reds Radio Network. JT Realmuto leads things off for the Phillies here in the 6th inning. Realmuto, Justin Crawford, and Trey Turner against the right-hander Brady Singer. First pitch is off the outside corner for ball 1. Well, Brady Singer, all he's done so far tonight is retire 15 of 16 that he's faced, and he's retired his last 10. The pitch, Singer spins a slider down and away. It's a 2-ball, no-strike count, and he's done it incredibly efficiently. He is at just 61 pitches as he works here in the 6th inning. 2-0 pitch, and that's in for a strike. And Cowboy, that is not something we have been able to say about any Reds pitchers through really this point of the season all year.
He's been down and he's been in the zone, except for that one pitch.
And I wonder,
weak contact. It's tough to hit that pitch down there at the bottom of the knees.
I wonder if that one pitch that got rifled off the right field wall, the pitch is a wave and a miss at a sinker, and the count is even 2-2. If he was trying to get it up a little bit more, or just trying to get a ball in on his hands.
I think he was trying to get it in, and it just rolled out of his fingers. But you notice he hasn't thrown that pitch since then.
No, he put that in his pocket. Now he freezes JT Realmuto, the sinker over the outside corner. Strike 3 called. 5th strikeout of the game for Brady Singer. 1 gone in the 6th.
You know, we talk so much about the high fastball. That's when the zone was a little bit higher than what it is right now. The high fastball now that's a strike is at the belt. That usually ends up in the right center field bleachers. We've seen that happen.
Justin Crawford, the batter, and he goes the other way, lining the first pitch he sees right at J.J. Bleday, and he makes the catch.
It's just hard to get any kind of authority of the barrel on the ball when the pitch is down.
Now, with that, with what Singer's doing tonight, he's throwing that sinker. So that ball is going down. Does that make it harder to get the barrel to it?
I think it makes it even more difficult.
Because we've seen some guys, maybe if their ball's a little more straight, go down, and that can get hit a little bit. So is the sinker the key to that, or can you still pitch down even if you don't get that run and sink like he is?
I think you can pitch down, especially early in the count, even if you're throwing a four-seamer. Now, you can finish at the top of the zone, but you're better off starting down.
The 1-0 to Turner is lined to T.J. Friedel in right center field. He'll make the running catch, and Turner's out on 2 pitches. Another quick 1-2-3 inning for Brady Singer. He has retired 13 in a row, and so far 18 of 19. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless. Reds and Phillies on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, what if you didn't have to choose between the celebration and the memory? With even non-alcoholic cocktails, you get both. Bold taste, zero alcohol, so you can stay sharp, social, and in the moment. Whether you're catching the game or closing out the night, Even keeps the good times going. Proudly distributed by Topics, your hometown partner delivering today's top brands across the Cincinnati tri-state area. Big enough to deliver, local enough to care. Find Even at drinkeven.co or your favorite retailer.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
In the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Reds fans, don't miss the bus for the Reds versus Nationals, August 7th to 10th, as part of a 4-day adventure with Croswell Tours. Explore Washington, D.C. and all its history. Visit gocroswell.com.
He's got some deception out there.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball down and in. Swing and a miss.
Like you talked about, he can change arm angles. He can vary his deliveries to the plate.
And he stayed relatively at the bottom of the strike zone. He's gotten some pitches on. He's gotten outs on some pitches up, but predominantly he's been at the bottom of the zone all day. Another breaking ball, and this time Arroyo will foul it off. Count stays at 1-2. Stevenson standing at first base. No threat really to run. And the pitch upstairs, and Arroyo holds up just in time. Tried to sneak that heater by him, and if that pitch is on the plate, he's got strike 3. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Luzardo readies. He'll turn it loose. Ground ball back up the middle. Stott is there. Underhands to Turner, crossing the bag. And that'll be the third out of the inning. We have played 7 full. The starters are still in the ball game, and we are scoreless as we head to Tommy Thrall in the 8th inning of play. Reds and Phillies on the Reds Radio Network.
duel so far tonight. 0-0. This is a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel in this game.
Well, you can stop the presses. We've got a starter that is pitching into the 8th inning.
Both starters. Don't believe my eyes.
Only 76 pitches for Brady Singer. Luzardo may be done.
Yeah, that's true. They're talking to him in that third base dugout. Here's the first pitch to Rincones, and it's in there for a strike. Well, they've got action in their bullpen. Luzardo has certainly pitched like an all-star tonight. Selected to his first all-star game. Named as a replacement on Tuesday. Swing and a miss and a slider down, and Rincones down to the count 0-2. And he's had a tough time with that Brady Singer breaking ball tonight.
He's had a tough time with a breaking ball, period. Fastball, yes. Breaking ball, he doesn't like it.
0-2, and he just hit it with it. Fastball actually hit Rincones on an 0-2 pitch. So Rincones will go down to first base on the hit by pitch. And boy, that'll burn Brady Singer a little bit.
Yeah, you had an out there just waiting on you to execute, and he just pulled it a bit too much.
And the Phillies are going to use a pinch runner at first base. They will send in Derek Hill to run at first for Rincones. I would say this is the first time that either team has had a leadoff man on, but the Phillies had their leadoff man on for one pitch last inning. Kyle Schwarber dropped a base hit into left center field to lead off the 7th, was erased on the very next pitch on a double play ball. Yeah, it looks like Luzardo is done. Handshakes all around for Luzardo. I gotta be honest with you, Cowboy, I'm a little surprised. He was outstanding tonight. JT Realmuto now. One on, nobody out. The pitch to Realmuto is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
96 pitches for Luzardo through his 7 innings.
Not many of those were very high-stress pitches, though.
0.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Realmuto. Swung on, fouled away, off to the right side.
Realmuto's trying to hit that ball the other way. He grounded to shortstop earlier. If he does that here, it's more than likely a double play. He's trying to find that hole on the right side of the infield. It's a big one.
Edwin Arroyo shading up the middle, and Steers holding the runner at first base. Hill. Here it comes. Hill runs. Swinging. There's a chopper to Ellie. He will only have one play with the runner in motion. He goes to first to get Realmuto. And the Phillies fortunate that they had Hill in motion. They stay out of the double play as such. And now there's one gone here in the 8th inning. Brings up Justin Crawford. Crawford has picked on the left fielder J.J. Bleday both times he's been up. Singer brings it home. And the first pitch to Crawford is over but low for ball 1. If you're listening tonight on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? The 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground past Arroyo into right field. They're going to wave around Hill. Here comes Marte's throw to the plate, up the line. Hill slides in safely, and the Phillies strike first. 1-0 in the 8th.
Well, if the throw's on target, you've got to play, but it was well up the third baseline. Marte did everything correctly. He came and got the ball quickly, charged it aggressively, but the throw leaked up the third baseline, and with a speedy Derek Hill, it had to be a perfect throw.
And now the Reds will get Sam Maul up in their bullpen. Runner on at first with one man out. Tyler Stevenson out. Had a quick chat with Brady Singer. Now Singer will go back to work.
Well, you've got to believe that the reason you're getting Sam Maul up is to face Kyle Schwarber.
Turner at the plate now. You've got a right-hander against a right-hander. Turner tough to double up. Singer's first pitch to him, and Turner takes low, ball 1. Sinker down. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. The 1-0. Breaking ball spins down and away, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Turner. Crawford bouncing off the bag at first. Here holding him. And the 2-0. Breaking ball. A strike called. A cutter on the outside corner.
I think the reason that you have them all up is there's always a mental letdown when you give up that first run. And you just can't help it. No matter how much you try to keep your focus and keep your aggressiveness.
2-1 down and away.
When you give up a run like that, especially in a ball game that's tied at nothing apiece, it's a little bit of a letdown. So you got to get them all up in case Schwarber gets to the plate here.
3 balls, 1 strike. Singer's 3-1 pitch walked him. Missed with the fastball outside, and Schwarber's going to come to the plate now with a chance to do some real damage. 2 on, 1 out. Singer's starting to look like he may be out of gas. He's at 89 pitches, and Terry Francona is going to head out there.
I would get him.
So Tito up the steps, and that's going to be it for Brady Singer.
And that's a tough position for Singer. He pitched just a phenomenal ball game.
Now, how much of it over the last couple of innings, and I know they didn't score last inning, but they had their best threats before this inning. And then the battle through this inning, do you think, had to do with fatigue or the Phillies kind of making an adjustment to him?
I think they just made an adjustment. You could see a little bit of that coming by the swing that Schwarber took to begin that 7th inning and just kind of feather the ball out there. The same thing with Brandon Marsh. Now, it didn't result in any runs in the 7th inning, but it seemed like here in the 8th, you pinch hit for Hill after the hit batter and you had him 0-2. That's the unfortunate part, because if you get Gabriel Rincones, you had him down 0-2 before you hit him.
Right.
You're probably looking at a strikeout and things just kind of continue on. But once he gets on the base paths and you bring in Hill, it creates a bit of an opportunity for the Phillies.
Phillies have runners at first and second base with 1 out. They have taken a 1-0 lead. New pitcher to tell you about when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
Hey, Reds fans, looking for a delicious snack during your next trip to the ballpark? During this homestand, you can get a Sunbelt Bakery chewy chocolate chip granola bar as part of the Kroger meal deal. Made with whole grains in over 10 different flavor varieties, Sunbelt Bakery has a tasty granola bar for everyone in the family. Grab yourself a Sunbelt Bakery granola bar at Kroger locations throughout Reds country today. They're the tastiest flavors under the sun.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way. Passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Some of the most interesting conversations and important questions about the present and future can happen around the dinner table with the ones you love. For answers you can trust, rest assured Western & Southern's family of companies is always here, enabling you to cherish every moment, big and small, so you can live the life you want to live for generations. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Sam Maul is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it.
Maul missed down and away with the first pitch to Schwarber. Now he'll spin and look the runner back to second base. Justin Crawford's at second. Trey Turner's at first. 1 man out. Phillies have a 1-0 lead in the top of the 8th inning. Maul's 1-0 pitch. And a wave and a miss. Good breaking ball away, and Schwarber has the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank our good friends at Penn Station, East Coast Subs, for providing tonight's dinner. Those delicious Philly cheesesteaks and fries, hand-cut fries.
Best Philly he can get in town. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Schwarber takes low and in, and the ones we had, I mean, those are made right here at the ballpark. They are so good.
They were good.
Good.
I'm a big fan of that bread. I don't usually like bread.
Ever.
But that Penn Station bread is rock star bread.
How you know it's good stuff if you're complimenting it. The 2-1, swinging a foul back. There's two kinds of bread that I know you to like. The bread on the Penn Station subs, the Phillies, and that Gambino bread down.
It's very close. They're very similar.
Down
New Orleans bread.
Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, you hate to have Singer leave the ball game trailing 1-0 after he pitched the way he did.
2-2. Ground ball, foul, first base side by Schwarber. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. In a game like this, when you're Sam Maul and you're coming in behind a great start like Singer had, you know he wants to strand those runners so bad. He's looking for a double play in the worst way. Last thing he wants to do after a game like Singer had tonight is cough up those runs. Here's the 2-2. And Schwarber didn't want to, but he went around and chased the breaking ball outside. He's down on strikes. The appeal went down to Alfonso Marquez at third, but he went. Yeah, he did. Third time tonight that Schwarber has struck out. Now 2 outs. Not out of the woods yet.
No, not with this fella.
Now Harper has struggled this year against left-handers. The first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he took a murderous cut at a breaking ball that swept all the way across the plate and into the dirt outside, but it's 0-1. 1 for 5 lifetime, but that one hit a home run against Maul. 3 strikeouts against him as well, the 0-1. And Harper takes down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and second, 2 away in the 8th. Harper bounces the bat on his back shoulder. Maul look back to second, the 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Another good breaking ball sweeping away from him. And it's 1-2. Boy, wouldn't this be a big lift for the Reds here if Maul could get Harper. The Reds have 9-1-2 coming up in the 8th. And Maul's home with the 1-2 pitch to Harper. Swing, and he fouled it right over under the feet of Brandon Marsh waiting on deck. Almost like he was jumping rope, he got out of the way of that.
This is one of those times where in the back of your mind you're thinking, well, I'd like to throw a fastball in to straighten him back up. You don't have to, because he is so off balance with a breaking ball. If you throw him a fastball here, you're doing him a favor.
1-2. The look to second, now to the plate. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball on the plate. But Harper swings right through it. Maul comes in, gets back-to-back strikeouts, and the Phillies strand 2. But they get 1 in the 8th to break the scoreless tie. 1-0 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning on the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverages, New Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12 hours serving. Please drink responsibly.
Your business is molded by your industry, and your advisors should be too. At Dean Dorton, we take an industry-first approach, building teams of specialists who understand your field inside and out. That means guidance that's informed, relevant, and practical insight you won't get from the standard firm. No second guessing, no we'll get back to you. Just clear, high-level advice from professionals who work in your industry every day. Learn more at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
This month, right-handed closer for the Phillies. That name would be Joan Duran. He will come on for the 33rd time, 1-3 with a 1.47 ERA. He's allowed 23 hits in his 30 2/3 innings. He's only allowed 1 home run. He's only walked 6 batters, and he has struck out 48 in the 30 2/3 innings that he's been out there, and he has saved 22 of 23 ball games he's been in. So here we go.
Whew. Well, good luck. You want to talk about a guy that's throwing aspirins up there. That's what it looks like.
Pretty much every pitch is either 101 to 103 or the split finger.
J.J. Bleday, the first to face him, and here he comes. First pitch on the way, and Bleday a wave and a miss. Registered as a split.
At 97, and he was late.
Go get him. Here's the 0-1. Off the outside corner, fastball to 100. I mean, this guy's kind of like a cheat code when he comes into a game. Duran's 1-1. Bleday swings, fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bleday. Now the 1-2 pitch. Bleday swings and pops it foul back to the left. This will find the seats. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Well, that's the best pitch that Bleday's going to see. It was thigh high on the inner half, and Bleday fouled it back. And now the 1-2 again. Duran to Bleday, swinging again, a foul back. He's trying to stay alive up there. Fought off a splitter that time that was up in the zone. Ball and 2 strikes. Duran back into his windup. The 1-2. And he buried the breaking ball into the dirt. Duran, another first-time All-Star for this Phillies team. They've got a few of those. Luzardo, the starter tonight. Brandon Marsh making his first All-Star team this year. And then they've got a guy like Bryce Harper who's made his 9th. 2-2 pitch again to Bleday. And he missed with the fastball up and away, and it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You give yourself a chance if you get your leadoff man aboard. Doesn't matter how you do it. This is a guy that is awfully tough to just protect the strike zone against. Bleday's been doing it. Duran's payoff. And a swing and a ground ball foul, first base side. Another split right over the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Duran back home again. Payoff pitch. And Bleday hits a line drive into center field. It's going to float in for a base hit. So the Reds have their leadoff man on here in the 9th inning. It's a leadoff single for J.J. Bleday. And the Reds have a chance here in the 9th.
Nice at bat by J.J. Bleday. He hits a split finger. He catches it off the end of the bat, and it was actually fortunate because the ball didn't go far enough for the center fielder Crawford to get to it. It was out of Turner's reach and nowhere near Justin Crawford.
Now Spencer Steer. That hit only the 3rd of the night for the Reds.
Duran's first pitch. Steer takes up and in. A split from Duran. Ball one. It's copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. The 1-0 to Steer. Way off the outside corner with the split. 2-0. That copyright reminder, it's provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. So Duran falling behind the count here against Steer, and that's going to prompt a visit from JT Realmuto.
Yeah, it was a little awkward move by Duran. Kind of shook his arm a little bit. Kind of flexed his fingers, and I'm sure that Realmuto is just checking on the big fella.
Well, it looked like that was the first thing he said when he went out there. You all right? They're having a long chat now. It is 2-0 on Spencer Steer. J.J. Bleda's at first. Eugenio Suarez is on deck.
But if you can get a runner to second base, anything can happen. Because if you make contact and you happen to flare one in, you give Bleda a chance to score.
He's off the bag at first. 2-0 on Steer. Duran back to work. Bleda's running. And the pitch is a strike. The throw to second. Not in time. It bounced in. Stott didn't even have a chance to get the tag down.
There's your runner at second base.
Boom. Stolen base is the fourth of the year for J.J. Bleda. And you may think you have a base runner, which is pretty rare against this guy. Why risk him by running? Well, because it's pretty rare that you even get somebody on base. You give yourself a chance now.
1.47 ERA. He doesn't give up much.
Sometimes you got to force the issue. The 2-1 to Steer. Hit him. Came up and in and hit him right on the hands. A split at 97 right off the hands. So Steer will make his way down to first, and no doubt that probably feels like a fastball just hit him in the hands. It got away from him, actually got him on the elbow.
Right off the end of the elbow.
And it got around the elbow guard. Well, it really looked like when it came in initially that it hit him right on the hands near the knob of the bat, but that's not where it got him.
Yeah, that's the top of the forearm, right just underneath the point of the elbow. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, that's not going to tickle much. So now the pitching coach, Caleb Cotham, is out to check on Joan Duran. So the Reds have runners at first and second base now with nobody out. Eugenio Suarez is the batter. The most important thing for Suarez here is to stay out of a double play. Try to get the ball in the air and at least move that lead runner to third if you can. A base hit would do wonders because it would tie it up. At the very least, you need a productive out.
Well, if you get a deep enough fly to center or right field, you can advance the runner from second to third. It would take a monster shot to advance it to anywhere in left field.
Duran readies. Here he comes to Eugenio Suarez. First pitch on the way. Strike called. Split on the inside corner, 0-1. And with Suarez in the box, you can't help but think about him going deep here. He's got 31 career go-ahead home runs in the 6th inning or later. Among the most in baseball, the 0-1. And a swing and a foul back, and he's down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. Duran sets. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a split. Suarez strikes out. 1 gone in the 9th inning, and now perhaps the Reds' hottest hitter right now. That's Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson is 1 for 3. Smoked a base hit through the right side of the infield his first time up. Hit the ball sharply to the second baseman in the 5th. And then grounded sharply to the shortstop, but Turner made a great diving play in the hole. First pitch on the way to Stevenson. Breaking ball down and away. I mean, there were really about 2 months, maybe more this year, where you didn't necessarily think Stevenson might give you your best chance. He does now.
And you have some room on the right side of the infield. Harper's well off the line, but up the middle is Stott.
The 1-0. Swinging a grounder foul, third base side. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count here on Tyler Stevenson. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. And the 1-1 pitch. And Stevenson watches a split for a called strike. Pretty good pitch right there.
That's
from
a tough
Duran.
pitch to pull the trigger on. A little split that dives down and in. Even if you swing at it, you're going to smother it.
And that's a pitch that he's had a little difficulty controlling in this inning. That was the best one he's thrown. 1-2 on Stevenson. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 Phillies, bottom of the 9th inning. Their all-star closer home with a 1-2 pitch to Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball at 1-0-1. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Johan Duran. And here's Noelvi Marte. Well, we've talked about it. He might be the best Red at handling velocity.
And the fact that he handles the ball inside. You don't see Bohm moving towards the line, and that would be where the split finger would come off the bat if Marte makes contact.
First pitch. Swing, and it's a broken bat bouncer to left side. Bohm has the high hop, throws in time, and that's all. Reds fall 1-0 to the Phillies. Duran walks a tightrope in the 9th, but he hangs on. And the Phillies beat the Reds 1-0 and take the series 2-1. We're back to wrap things up right after this on the Reds Radio Network. Reds on the wrong side of a 1-0 final tonight. It was a great pitcher's duel, but in the end, it was the Phillies that prevailed 1-0. Here's a look at the totals tonight. First for the Phillies, a run on 5 hits, no errors. They left 6. For the Reds, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 7 left. Jesus Luzardo wins it. He's now 8-4. Brady Singer drops to 3-9 as the tough luck loser tonight. And the save goes to Johan Duran. his 23rd of the year. This game was played quickly in 2 hours and 12 minutes. There were 19,777 looking on tonight at Great American Ballpark. Well, the homestand continues with 3 against the Cubs over the weekend. It'll be right-hander Hunter Green starting the series opener tomorrow night. He's 0-1 with he's making his second start. He's 0-1. It was a tough first go for him. Left-hander Shota Imanaga will start for the Cubs. He's 5-7, a 4.28 ERA. First pitch, 7:10 airtime, 640 across the Reds radio network. That's all for us for now. Thanks for listening. For the Cowboy Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer Dave Yiddy Armbruster, who's got the Reds postgame show coming up next. Stick around for that. And for our studio producer back in our network headquarters, Sam Niger, this is Tommy Thrall saying good night from Great American Ballpark, and we will talk to you again tomorrow right here on the Reds Radio Network. Good night.
You've been listening to Cincinnati Reds Baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds Baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Kroger, fresh for everyone. JTM Food Group, let's create great dishes together. JTM. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Reds Baseball is also brought to you by
the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
All across America.
Celebrate America in the all-new, all-hybrid Toyota RAV4. Now through August 3rd, you can lease a new 26 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive for $329 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing for a contract cost of $15,514. Excludes all applicable taxes and government fees with approved credit through TFS. Price will vary based on accessories. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more